Yes, a very good afternoon and welcome to Triple M Football. Welcome to the live audience that we have here in the AFL staging area at Jollymont here. It is absolutely fantastic. JB is here, Nathan Brown is here, Chris Judd is here, Damien Barrett, Wayne Carey, and of course, the King of Adelaide, Mark Ricciuto. Ricciuto, welcome to you. How have you been handling all the stuff that's been going on over in your state?
Oh, it's been great, BT. I think the fans are all excited. I haven't been in a granny since 1998, so it's been a long time between drinks, but there's a hell of a lot of South Australians over.
Well, I've noticed them walking around the city and they've been looking up and going, wow, look at that, there's skyscrapers here. Nothing over 4 stories over there, of course.
No, we're not used to development in Adelaide, but hopefully they can win a premiership and have a bit of fun, BT.
And of course, put your hands together and welcome our host today, James Brayshaw.
As long as I'm working, I'm back, Bristle. I had a few issues there. Nice to see all these people from Adelaide, of course. I'm a legend in that part of the world. As is Wayne Carey. Hello to you, Duck.
G'day, JB.
Oh, now you've got your Adelaide Crows jumper very firmly on this week.
Well, I am an Adelaide great, as you know.
I can't believe you're tipping Richmond, though.
28. I've waned a lot this week, Rupert, pardon the pun. I was Adelaide earlier in the week. I've flip-flopped. I'm still not sure. I've tipped Richmond, but that may change before the game.
Well, you won 3 grand finals, Duck. 2 for North Melbourne and 1 for Adelaide, didn't you, when you kicked 1 goal 5 in 1998?
That's exactly what happened, no doubt about that. Listen, what we've got coming up. It's quite extraordinary. Mick Malloy and Neil Baum here. Don Pike inside the stadium. Bristol goes one-on-one, reprises his amazing interview with Nadia Comaneci.
Oh, no.
Grand final tickets with the quiz, the last one's available. And Juddy's mum sings as we welcome the great Chris Judd, everybody.
What?
Juddy, your beautiful mum is going to be here and singing.
Huge week for Lisa. She's very excited. I said you've just got to soak it all in. It's going to be a different week for you, but just go through your usual routine. So she'll be here later.
What's she singing, Juddy? Why and why? Why would you have your mother here singing?
She's singing one of her hits, and it'll probably be the song of summer, BT. I think she's going with They're Playing Football, which I'm sure you've all heard, but really excited about that.
One of her hits. So she could actually throw a medley in. Is there something else she's got?
We'll wait and see. I'm sure there'll be a few crowd requests, but I think just the one song for the time being.
Oh, and Nath Brown's down the end. Tiger legend, everybody.
Jim, I'm a bit worried about you, Jim. I mean, you don't host the footy show anymore.
Yes.
We all got the suits on. You look like a homeless man.
I know, I love it. I'm playing it down on purpose. Just trying to make you blokes feel good about yourselves. I don't think any of you need it, by the way. What sort of a 48 hours have you had, please, Nath?
Oh, it's been a big 48 hours, Jim. Being the first Richmond grand final in a long time, there's a lot of money to be made this week. So a lot of cashies here and there. And obviously the ATO will be listening to this. They were all through the books,
Yeah,
Jim.
of course
But
they were.
I can't wait for today. And it's all for the fans today. The Tiger fans out there, long suffering.
Yes.
And I tell you what, Roo, I reckon the Tigers, the pressure will be brought today. And I think Adelaide might wilt.
You reckon they will?
I think they might will. I think it's Tiger time. It's been long enough.
I reckon we'll absolutely smash it, Brownie.
Damien Barrett's here, of course. Damo, what's the news been kicking around? Is there any late stuff that everyone here, the millions, need to hear about?
No, teams will be, Jim, as selected on Thursday night. The 22 will both be the 22, and that joke BT rattled off the top about Adelaide people looking up and wondering what skyscraper.
Yes.
I've heard it 4 times
That's
in the
it.
past 18 hours
it.
from BT.
It's the standard routine.
It is a bit of what you bring, Bristol,
Time
of
I
course.
just write one script for the week, JB.
Now, what have you been up to, Brian? Grand final day's your day as a rule. I've never known a busy
Been
man.
around soaking up the atmosphere.
Have you?
And looking at what's happening. I'm
Yes.
amazed at the amount of people. We drove through the streets of Richmond yesterday at about 3 o'clock yesterday afternoon. And my
Yes.
wife's driving, actually, and I'm in the passenger seat, and I see a guy coming out of the pub, and I think, who the hell's that? He's got a suit on, coming out of this pub full of ferals, and I'm thinking, it was the boss of the AFL, Gillon McLaughlin,
No.
had decided that he wanted to go and explore and see what happens
Yes.
in a Richmond pub at this time of the year when Richmond are in contention.
Well, this is my experience this morning, Nath. I got up and I saw at the front of my house a bloke who had a 1985 Lotto Richmond tracksuit on. You know those horrible old parachute material
Yes.
ones with the Lotto top? He had a pair of sandals and socks on, bald with tats. I was thinking to myself, Roo, what the hell's a bloke like that doing in Hawthorn? We're normally a bit more upper class than that. And then I took another look at him and it was my brother. He'd got in at 2:30 from Perth last night and he still hadn't found his way into his own house.
Your brother is a bit of a Richmond nuffy, though,
He
isn't
is total. He might well slide along here at some stage and he would look very comfortable in these surroundings. We've only got the big group for a couple of segments. In fact, it might only just be off the top, is it, Roop? Then you got to bugger off? All right. What is the day holding for you, please? Director, former champion of the Adelaide Crows. It's a big day for you.
Yeah, it is a big day. just excited, JB, to be honest, and there's nothing that I can do anymore, and the players have done all their work, and I think they're just super keen to get into it.
Come on, Roo, do you take credit for where Adelaide's at?
No, not at all.
But you set it up. You set it up.
No,
You got Sando, you sacked Sando.
No, don't be like that. We were underachieving, put it that way.
And the power stance, Roo, during the national anthem, you've taken full credit for that. You taught the boys that over summer. How have they been executing?
Stand up. Show us how it looks.
Well, it's very much
sort of
a bit like
it's
this.
good on
isn't it?
radio.
Yeah, that's how you do it.
That's how you
It's good
stand
for
anyway,
radio.
Roop. You've just made everyone stand the way you stand.
Carton under each arm, that's the way.
What happens if Richmond have a stare-off? Adelaide don't break until the other team breaks. What if they don't move? We're going to have a stare-off. The game won't start.
Have a Twilight Grand Final.
Yeah, we could.
Roop, I've got some nice mail that's come from within the tent that you basically said this was the stance at the Ramsgate when that tiny little pinhead was standing across from me. This is how I stood. And then I ended up with him, Josh Carr, and his bloody name is in the headlock, and he went purple. And we won that convincingly, and it was the start of the rebirth
he
of the
stopped
club.
breathing.
That's it. So from now on, you're standing like I did in the car park at the Ramsgate.
Good mail, JB.
Yes,
Very good mail.
and it's working its ass off too. Don't worry about that. All right, what do we do at Fox Sports, or are you just in rooms?
I'm
What
off
do-
to Fox and then back with you to call the game on Triple M.
Beautiful.
So looking forward to it. First grand final.
JB didn't know you were calling me.
No, I know that.
Why you just you're a director of a club? I thought you had.
He said to me yesterday, "What are you up to tomorrow? Really? You got anything on?" I'm actually calling with you, JB.
Good. I love the fact that you
Oh,
are.
he gets around his team, JB.
I
There's
thought
no
you
doubt
could. Well,
about
you've abandoned us, Bristol.
Oh,
You've
well,
buggered off.
I'm
So's
here.
Duck. You couldn't give us stuff about us on grand final day.
No, I
both of you two. What have you been up to, Wayne? Please, this
Mate,
is your
this week,
day. Yes.
this week, no, very quiet week. Actually, caught up with the Sydney coach last night, Johnny Longmire, and
Johnny
a couple
Longmire.
of ex-teammates, which was good. Caught up Big Mickey Martin. He fell asleep and swallowed his mattress.
Oh, you're blown out of it.
Had a couple of pillow chasers, I reckon, straight after the mattress.
Did you understand anything he said, Mick?
Not a word.
What's Big Mick up to these days?
Not a lot. Eating, by the look of him.
And Duck, you always say that you've got a white crispy shirt on today. You'd love
Yes.
to take the tie off because you love the buttons popping, don't you?
Well, this is Peter Jackson, by the way. Really good suits, Peter Jackson.
Peter Jackson.
Rupert, yeah.
Very happy with the way he looks and presents, Duck.
Oh, he's always keen on that.
Are you aware, Roop, that what he does is he gets his shirt on and then whatever company he happens to have of a morning, he just presents his back to them and he just pins the back
I saw that.
so that it's all tied around the front, real wanker style. Am I wrong or not?
No, you're right.
How about Damo at the moment? We did a little segment last week about drinking your own bathwater. Have
Yep.
a look at his setup today. He's got the
Yeah.
drug dealer sunglasses
Yep.
on. He's got the top just undone a bit, the tie down a little bit. He is very, very impressed with his own work at the moment, Damo.
It's normal attire for grand final.
Well, he hosted a
And
function.
the sun's out.
He hosted a function this morning that has been hosted by your longtime friend and Tony Jones, of course, and
Chompers.
very upset Chompers that Damo's stolen his work.
Very aggressive man chompers.
Yes.
Well,
He is
you were
going-
part of that function too, BT. And I'm not sure I needed to be there.
He's rolling with a bit of a shiny top of Collins Street sort of
It's a swagger, isn't it?
a bit of a sort of
Says a man who's rolled in.
finance industry try-hard
Says a
job
man
there.
who's rolled in
I'm
jeans
not
from
sure the suit
1998
gets the job done,
and
to
a
be brutally
Save
honest.
Ferris t-shirt.
I'm not sure that he, that would be the only thing I'd address if I were you. And I can speak from a position of strength.